Yo, say happy Femboy Friday, and it is still chronologically, in fact, Friday. It is not after midnight yet, kittens, so chill the fuck out. I am not late this time. I always say that I'm gonna be streaming somewhere between 11:30 and 1 a.m. And right now it is only 11:42. It is Friday, Femboy Friday. At least I'm starting while it's still fucking Friday. Cause usually I ain't start till like, it would technically be Saturday morning. But you know, this time's different. I hope you can hear me okay, because I have my AC on and I can't shut it off because I'll start sweating in this shit. And sweating in fishnet anything is very uncomfortable. Makes you feel very itchy. And I don't want to feel itchy tonight. Anime Midwest. I had my panel. Everything went great. I handed out my cards. I should have brought my promo materials back over here, but you know, you saw them last week. I handed out some buttons. I handed out the cards to anybody I could. I was literally at an after party, like, passing out fucking Rule 34 cards. Like, here, check out my shit. Shameless self-promo. But for real though, all my fucking shows from now on, I'm gonna be handing that shit out. Also, I'm gonna be handing out those buttons to anyone that wants them. Today has been, so I'm so happy. That was a fucky way to say that, but anyway. I'm so happy that I have Fridays off now, because Fridays have always been like a hit or a miss for me. From the time I was a kid, I hated Friday because everything bad that ever happened in my life always happened on a Friday, right? So I was always like, I hated Friday. It was my bad day for my mental health, whatever. And then I developed eating disorders, and trigger warning, content warning, talk of eating disorders. And I would always, like, Friday was my day that I would, like, fucking binge out, fucking gorge myself, because then the rest of the week I wasn't eating anything. Or I would eat, like, ground turkey. And when I say I would eat ground turkey, I mean I would, like, eat, I call it a cat-sized portion, because it was like fucking 4 ounces. And when you cook that shit up, it's like 3 ounces. And a fucking can of cat food's like 3 ounces. So I ate like a cat-sized portion of ground meat. So like minced meat, fried with just salt. Every day. Or nothing. Just liquids. And when I say liquids, it wasn't like fucking smoothies and shit. It was coffee and water, and that's all. So yeah, thank you for the follow. Thank you. So Friday was always like a bad day for me. But then when I recovered from the eating disorder, Friday became just like a trigger day for me. So it would like make the bad habits, like, you know what I mean? Like, they would be there. Like, even though I knew I wasn't ever gonna go back, it would be there. It would be just this impending doom that was there, you know, like this storm cloud that hung over me on Fridays. But since last year, in June, I've not had to deal with that, and Fridays have actually been pretty good for me. I'm just glad to have them off now, because like I worked them forever, and in the service industry, it's like naturally weekends are a thing, and I don't mind working the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. Like, I'll work all Saturday, all Sunday, but I do not like to work on Friday. I think it still just goes back to the whole mental health thing. I don't know. So now instead of it like a mental health day, it's like a self-care day. So, but also today I just got a lot of shit done. I cleaned my entire apartment from like top to bottom, which it's a studio, and I am too utterly organized anyway. But my issue is, even though I'm super organized, I don't have any, like, so I use my apartment as both to live, obviously, but also that's where I record all my music and everything. So it's like I don't have furniture and everything because I focus more on my sound equipment and promoting my music and like anything to do with my career. I focus more on that. And I'm not home that much anyway, so like why do I need furniture? All I really need is a bed and just like, you know, I got everything I want. Like I got everything I want. Like people when they see like how I live, they're like, you don't, it's empty. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I like it. Like I was just explaining that to someone the other day. I was like, no, I like it. I like things to just be minimalist. At any time, I like to be able to pack up everything I have and be able to leave and go someplace else. Is that weird? Is that weird? But like when I moved here, I literally had 2 suitcases and that's all. So I try to keep, other than clothing, like I have an issue with clothing because I buy my stuff cheap on Men's Closet Child. It's a Japanese secondhand site, so it's like a Japanese Goodwill. But if you know anything about Japanese stuff, they'll say it's like level 3, like medium condition. This shit's fucking new. Like it's been worn once with no tags, so they can't put it as 1 or 2 level. But it's literally brand new. So I have accumulated a lot of clothing, a lot of Visual K stuff, and a lot of just like entertainment pieces that I wear for my performances mainly. And that's another thing. Someone commented on my picture online when I was like, do you take pride in looking like a slut? And I'm like, I do not look like that all the time. Yeah, when I perform, yeah. I'm going for a dystopian, dreamland, cyberpunk, Visual K, hip-hop slut look. From Shinjuku, Kabukicho, Nichome, all the things. However, when I go out even on my just own for having fun, like I don't look like that. I'm mostly Visual K. And when I'm in my everyday life, like when I go to work, I look basic as shit. Like I have fucking black t-shirt on, black shorts. That's it. It's like I am not what the haters try to think I'm not what the haters wish I was. They got a wild imagination, and I don't really want to know what they're doing with it. Because they think things. But yeah, congratulations. I don't know how to say your name, but Daeft. Thank you. You are, I think, my 47th follower. So I'm like 3 away from getting affiliate. And my goal is to reach affiliate by the end of the summer. I'm almost there. We're gonna get there. Because I never give up. That's one thing. If you know anything, it's like I do not give up. Mostly my stream is music. Sometimes I'll do music production in Acid Studio. Sometimes I'll play my stuff, just talk about it. Sometimes I will do, like rehearsal before I have a performance. So I'll rehearse it live on here before I go to my performance. Sometimes I just mess around with writing. Sometimes I record. It all just depends. And then there's other times I go on my rants. When you hear one of my rants, you will recognize it because they're rare because I like to keep this a positive space. But sometimes I will go on my rants and it's usually like they're funny, they're interesting, they're fun. Hopefully that's enjoyable. If nothing else, like even if you don't give a fuck about music production or my music, like hopefully you enjoy some of my commentary because I have some unhinged opinions about a lot of things. and always unfiltered and always uncensored. So, yeah, welcome. Yokoso, hajimemashite, Ato desu yo, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, so what's this stream gonna be about? Well, I released Femboy World on June 30th. It is now officially live on, I think, pretty much everywhere. I know it's on Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, YouTube, TikTok. I don't know if it's on iTunes yet, because that's the thing, like, I don't know if it's due to censorship or what, but iTunes is always like a couple weeks later. My stuff will go live everywhere, but then on iTunes it's not live for like a couple more weeks. But yeah, I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's explicit content or what, because it seems to me that when I released Dying to Be Alive, it didn't take that long, but all my other songs have taken that long. So, we shall see what happens. But tonight, so last time I streamed, it was before I was gonna go to Anime Midwest. But I did like this recording, like twice, of a song that I just wrote. Well, it's not technically just written, but it's just written in the sense that I took some lines that I had written years ago and basically changed them around and pretty much created a whole entire new song out of it, keeping only the couple lines that I liked. So I kind of purged all the lyrics and started from scratch, with the exception of 2 lines. So last time I was on here, I recorded it a couple times just to see what it sounded like. And since then, I got the chance to perform it at an open mic, because I was like, this is going to be different because I don't have, this isn't composed yet, this isn't produced yet. I literally just wrote this. And it was received very well. And I'm like, because this is deeper than, okay, I won't say it's deeper than anything I've ever written before, because it's obviously not. Lifeless is the deepest fucking shit I think I've ever put out there. It's the most intimate, it's the most bearing it all, and it even says that in the lyrics. But other than Fukachi, Hurts So Good, and Lifeless, I would say this is one of my deepest songs. I mean, Ai ni Kuroshimi also, but Ai ni Kuroshimi is a love song, so it's different. This is more of a self-discovery, more of a self-reflection type song. Yeah, so the main thing with this is the fact that my current album I'm working on, as you all know, or not, is called Demon of Shinjuku. And what sets Demon of Shinjuku apart from my last album, Existential Decay, is the fact that Existential Decay was designed more to be a thought piece long before COVID ever hit. But it fell in line with the pandemic and the epiphany, the collective epiphany that a lot of us seem to have. So it kind of just fell at the perfect time, even though I started Existential Decay in August of 2019 and COVID didn't hit until the following year. However, I didn't actually release Existential Decay until August of 2021. No, August of 2022. Took me 3 years. It usually takes me about 3 years to work on something, or longer. I mean, King of the New World took 6 years, which is absurd, but it's because I took a 4-year hiatus. So essentially, King of the New World only took 2 years, but they were so separated. Like, I worked on it in 2014, and then I worked on it in 2013, and then took a break from 2014 to 2018. And then I worked on it for a year, and King of the New World was released in August of 2019, which is when I started working on Existential Decay. Existential Decay was released August 2022, and I began working on Demon of Shinjuku. Then, that's when I came up with the name. Pretty much all of it. I didn't come up with the name. My favorite person in the whole entire world came up with the name. They didn't even realize they were coming up with it. They just said it. They, talking in reference to me. Because, I call myself the King of Shinjuku, and I call myself the Demon Child. So they just, combined those two things, and it's, Demon of Shinjuku, and I'm like, fuck, that's it. And I'm like, that's my next album. Because I was having the hardest time trying to come up with what to name this one, because, see, there went my ADD in a total different direction. The original comparison that I was making is that Existential Decay is an entirely different content, musically, lyrically, and aesthetically, than Demon of Shinjuku. Existential Decay is a thought piece about the downfall of our postmodern society, and looking at yourself and seeing your own faults and facing them and unpacking your shit. Demon of Shinjuku is my vanity album. It's literally me being a femboy slut. It's also in more hip-hop direction than Existential Decay. I would say Existential Decay is 75% Visual K, and I would say that Demon of Shinjuku is 50-50. So it's a true crossover album. And if you compare all of the funniest thing is, if you compare each one of my individual albums to Demon of Shinjuku, none of them actually match. It seems like it's just the one that's going out and way out in left field, and you don't even know what the fuck is happening and why it's from an artist that you thought you knew their content. But no, it is literally just a summarized instance of content and a style that I had been doing all along. What I mean by this is, if you listen to my debut album, Radioactive Dating, there's 2 songs on there that sound exactly as though they could be on fucking Demon of Shinjuku. You get what I'm saying? Life Song could totally fit in with the whole aesthetic, the entire sound, the entire composition of Demon of Shinjuku, as could Locked in the Closet. However, and honestly, considering Yuasa, so could Muzu Muzu Mono. So you got 3 songs on there that can fit in with. And Toxic Lover. Honestly, I won't even say Locked in the Closet because it was such its own thing. So I'll say Toxic Lover, Life Song, and Muzu Muzu Mono all have a sound that could fit in with Demon of Shinjuku. The rest of the songs on my debut album, no. They are nothing like anything on Demon of Shinjuku. Fast forward to my second album, King of the New World. Composition-wise, King of the New World is probably the most easily comparable to Demon of Shinjuku. Because you got Best You Ever Had, Now I'm Dope with Saisha, Fukachi. I feel like those all have a sound that could go along with Demon of Shinjuku. However, I'm just gonna, for all intents and purposes, I'm just gonna say that XGF and Best You Ever Had are the ones that fit with the Demon of Shinjuku aesthetic and composition and sound. Right, so that's 5 songs already off of my first 2 albums that would fit in with the entirety of this current album. Move on to Existential Decay. The 2 most opposite, right? However, you still got Pond. Pond could easily fit in with Demon of Shinjuku. Absolutely. As could Hurt Me Better. So it's one of those things that, oh, and that's a fun fact. I wrote Aini Kuroshimi originally to put on King of the New World. However, with the bass theme, I thought it would fit in better with Existential Decay, and I was right. Which brings me to my next point. There are typically 10 songs on my albums, and I choose 10 for a reason. I feel it's just enough to give you like an hour runtime, but not enough to lose your attention. Because I know I have a short-ass attention span, so I like to honor that with the shit that I produce. So, this album's a little bit different. For one, it has 10 songs on it, but there's 2 instrumentals at the end. I've never done instrumental songs before. I mean, I made them, but I never released them. But this time I'm releasing them. They will be at the end of the album, and then it'll be Rule 34 Kawaii Mix. So it'll be the main 9 songs, and then 2 instrumentals, and then Rule 34 Kawaii Mix. Because you got Manic Mix at the beginning. And I considered doing something and making it a 13-song album, because 13, etch up 13, lucky number 13, like 13's my aesthetic, right? But then it hit me, I'm like, the song that I have written, I know, I'm so close. I am so close. I gotta get there by the end of the summer. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want to get there by the end of the summer. I don't think that's too extreme. That's not too crazy. That's feasible. That's realistic. I'm so excited though. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Especially considering I'm handing these codes out now. Like, hopefully people actually like use the QR code and follow my stuff. So, yeah. And so the reason I'm not putting the 13th song on Demon of Shinjuku as the actual 13th song is similar situation to what I said earlier about Aini Kuroshimi not fitting in with King of the New World, but it fit in perfectly with Existential Decay. So the 13th song does not fit in with Demon of Shinjuku. It fits in on my next project. However, with that said, I'm going to do something that's super fucking hipster, edgy, artistic, avant-garde, whatever the fuck, and just name it the 13th song. Like, it does not have a title other than that. It is literally called the 13th song. And why I'm doing that is because Demon of Shinjuku is, like I said, my vanity album, so I don't want something real, other than Lifeless, I don't want something that's really deep on there. That sounds dumb, considering like everything I ever released was really fucking deep. However, like I said, this is my experimental phase. This is me taking things in a different direction. And notice me, senpai. So far, it's fucking working. I got more attention than I ever did with all the other shit that I ever released. Like, this is my most extreme, most unfiltered, most uncensored, explicit content I've ever created. And obviously, people like it. I wonder why. So, the 13th song does not fit in with that at all. Because it's, very deep, deep in a different way than Lifeless, because Lifeless is still explicit, and it's still the first line in Lifeless. If that doesn't catch your attention, I don't know what will. I mean, considering the fact that I'm literally like half naked, and that first line, I mean, if that don't catch your attention, I mean, I might as well just like stop. But the 13th song is nothing like anything on the Demon of Shinjuku album, so I don't want to put it on there. It's going to be on my next project. And my next project is going to be entirely different than what I'm working on right now, because the next project is going to be only 5 songs, and it's going to be a lot of deep shit. So I'm like going so it seems like it was steady. Like for the first 3, it seems like it was pretty steady. Like it's pretty balanced, you know. Like there was an equal amount of like etchy shit and deep shit. But now it's like the Demon of Shinjuku is pretty much it's a visual K porn rap. Like what the fuck do you expect? But then I'm gonna come out with something that's like super visual K, super dark, super industrial, and it's gonna be amazing. So that is the explanation as to why the 13th song is not actually the 13th song, even though that's the title. But I performed it live, even though it's just a cappella, because I just wrote the lyrics like last fucking week, and people liked it, and I'm like, okay, that's different, because it's so different. So it was kind of, you know, I'm experimenting in a different way. Also, like I say, I don't need these fucking bitches to remind me. I know I'm not a fucking vocalist. I never claimed to be a fucking vocalist, okay? I am an artist. I am an entertainer. I can do that vocal manipulation shit. I can sound like any fucking gender that you want me to sound like. However, I can't sing for shit. And I know this. And so, like, when people come up to me, it's like, you know you're not a vocalist, right? And I'm like, and you know you look greasy, right? Like, I honestly just want to say something so fucking mean, but the Japanese in me holds that back, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't claim to be. I'm an artist and an entertainer. It's a project. The entire idea of @Jap13 is literally a project created by me. It is a persona created by me. It is a world created by me. Which is why I always make the comment, welcome to the wonderful world of @Jap13, because it literally is like a dystopian dreamland. Like, that's the whole theme. Like, where have you been all these years if you don't fucking know that? It says it, like, on all my social media. Like, it says it on my fucking website. So, yeah. People are just, they don't get the concept. So they just, yeah. But most people do. Most people I've interacted with love it, and they get it, and they're like, that's all that matters. All that matters is the ones that do get it and that I can connect with. Because at the end of the day, that's why I do this. And I always say, when I audition for stuff or when I send in something to submit to do something, I'm always like, I feel like what I have to say and what I have to show is something that the world needs. And I feel like the music industry and the entertainment industry as a whole is lacking. So yeah, that's my thing. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. The people that get it seem to like it. the people that don't get it are more confused than anything else, honestly. Because most of the actual haters I have are like old dudes that want to bang me, and I don't give them the time of day. That sounds conceited as shit, but it's true though. Like if I look at my, like on Spotify, I look at my, what's it called, like the breakdown, like Spotify for artists, like breaks down like by demographic, like what your main listening demographic is. And it's such a weird disparity because it's like a lot of females that are in their 20s and 30s, and then with the dudes it's like they're either in their 20s and 30s, or then there's this split, and there's this, I'd say about a fourth of my listeners is age 55 plus dudes. So like old ass men listening to my shit, and then they're probably like commenting some hate on me. So it's like, I mean, you wish you could. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Then I got non-binary folks, like all age ranges. Yeah, like the third gender category is like fucking 18 and up. It's like, yeah, it hits like all age groups, which is cool. I love that. Like that's what made me the most exciting. That's what made me the most excited, because I was like, I actually am connecting to a demographic that needs someone to connect to, first of all, but not only like in my age group, but also like younger, older. Like I love that. And also I think it's fascinating that a lot of my listeners, not a lot of them, but some of them are from like countries like Venezuela and Argentina, and like places that aren't so open to like LGBT, but like, you know, need that, like they need to feel seen and not alone, you know. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't even know what the stream is. I never know like what I'm gonna do. I just kind of decide it as I'm going. Like I just decide it as I go. But sometimes I honestly even do that with, not when I perform like for like a real show, but like when I'm just doing something, you know, just for fun. Like that's what I do. I like decide what song I'm gonna do, like in the moment, like what feels right. And some of those have been my best performances. Like I feel the most confident about it, which is funny, because I just felt it, you know. What else? I have not been working on my story. I haven't got back to it since I went to LA, because, so I finished, Hurts So Good, Locked in the Closet, and Desolation. So I finished those 3 chapters. I'm now on Shinjuku Boy, which is like my life in Shinjuku, my life in Japan, but I haven't started writing it yet, because I have to be, once again, I have to be in the mood to write something like that, because the way I have it set up, it's like I'm having a conversation with you instead of it being like a fucking pretentious ass autobiography. I'm just doing it. It's basically my stream, but in book form. Like that's what it's gonna be. There's even some random like side ramblings in it, which I think makes it more personable and more intimate, but I don't know. It'll get banned in like 30 fucking places anyway, so whatever. It'll get banned, but I guarantee it'll get banned in a lot of places because of Chapter 6. Hey! What's up? Welcome. Welcome. Yokoso. Hazanamaste. Ata desu yo. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Please feel free to follow if you like what you see. This is mostly a music and commentary stream. I have not played a game for like 6 months, because I'm afraid my entire system will crash if I try. Because it's like I just got it to not be laggy. So, oh yeah, that's absolutely fine. None of my viewers can speak Japanese. Honestly, I'm the only one that can speak Japanese on this stream. No, I have one other one. I have one other viewer. They were I'd say my second follower. Yeah, they were my second follower. They are Japanese and they live in the UK, but they speak Japanese. So, other than them and me, ain't nobody speaking Japanese on this stream. So, welcome. But yeah, feel free to follow. Sometimes it gets really interesting because occasionally we'll get a troll filter in, and they're usually quite funny. I forget that one that night. I was really confused by it. I'm like, wait, what? I'm so confused. I don't know. Are you in the right place? Okay. Greetings. Welcome. I love getting international viewers. I think that's amazing. Welcome. What time is it there? Like, I don't know what time it is. Like, here it is 20 minutes after midnight. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I knew it was sometime in the morning. I just didn't know what the exact hour difference was. That's cool. Good morning. How long have you been trying to study Japanese? Like, how long? I mean, hey, that's good. That's something. Like, just keep with it. 21 days makes a habit, so just keep with it. You're only like 6 days away from it being 21 days, so. Kanji is the hardest thing. Like, I can't even. Like, my kanji level is like 6th grade reading level. But I can speak, write, and understand. It's just my reading is like that of a 6th grader. Well, thank you. I try to create a positive space where everyone feels welcome. Because I feel that's so important in the world, you know? Like, everyone just needs to feel like they belong somewhere, you know? But yeah, Keigo is annoying. That's a honorific Japanese. But the good thing is, unless you're going to be working in business in Japan, you don't really need to know that. That's what the classes never tell you. It's like, you don't really need it. You can navigate Japan with basic Japanese. You don't need humble or honorific language. One time, I used to know the Korean alphabet, the funniest thing is, but then I got bored with it, so I kind of didn't keep up with it and forgot most of it. But then there'll be times when I'll recognize a sound in Korean and I'll look at the letter and I'm like, oh, I remember that letter. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And my song, Dying to Be Alive, that's literally what it's about. Both Dying to Be Alive and Millennial Condition, like, that's what they are both about. Like, I actually have a line that says, "We're connected but never been so disconnected." Like, that's the whole point of those two songs. Well, Dying to Be Alive is more about caring more about, like, going viral, leaving some kind of digital legacy. Meanwhile, you're missing out on actually living life and the people that you love. And then that's why it's called Dying to Be Alive, because it's like you're literally dying to be what you think is alive instead of actually living. And then Millennial Condition is literally about like the disparity that is going on in the world. It's okay. I got what you meant. That's fine. I type terrible. Half the time when I'm in my friends' streams, like I'll send half of my comment. Like I'll hit enter before I'm even done typing the sentence, and then I have to type the rest of the sentence, and then I just look like an entire, like I don't even know how to, like I don't know how to internet. And I'm an OG on the internet since 2006. I've had a more prominent presence since probably 2008. But I'd say the highlight of my internet personality career, if you want to call it that, was probably 2011. It's also when I released my first song, like ever, like online on digital platforms. January 1st, 2011. Locked in the Closet. And it is still, with the exception of Rule 34, it is still my most played, most liked, most downloaded, most shared track. And I'm like, you know what? I can live with that. Because I wrote it from the heart, and it was something I hope people could relate to. And even though it's mostly in Japanese, the fact that it's shared by English-speaking countries, like, makes me feel good. I don't know what I just hit to make that do that again. See, I'm still getting used to Streamlabs. I'll click stuff and then I just look at it and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that's supposed to do. Is that supposed to be like that? But yeah, I usually stream Friday nights. Late, like from 11:30 p.m. to like 1:30 a.m., which is good for my international viewers because that's like daytime, you know? Like in Europe and Asia, that's like daytime, so it works. And then a lot of times I usually try to do one stream during the, like earlier in the week, like either Monday or Tuesday. That's usually my days. It's usually about 2 streams a week. Next week I'm going on vacation, so I will not be on. But I will be back on, I won't say I'm going to stream on Monday. I will be back on Monday, let me see what Monday it is. Okay, so I'm going to be gone from the 16th to the 23rd. And I'll be back on the 24th, but I ain't going to stream until the 25th. So, it'll be a Tuesday. Then I got a lot going on after that because my friends have events going on. One friend has an event on Wednesday the 26th. Another friend has an event on Thursday the 27th. And then I'm filming my first music video either on Friday or Saturday. So I got a lot going on that week. After that, I'll try to keep my streams either Monday and Friday or Tuesday and Friday. That's the worst, is when your eye gets itchy and you have eyeliner on, because normally I don't wear makeup. I only wear it for performing or streaming. So I'm used to just being like, ah, you know? But when I have the eyeliner on, I can't do that. Also, when I have the contacts in, I can't really do that, because then it's like, gets all blurry. I also need to quit sleeping in my contacts. That is not good. But I've had to do it a few times, because when I went to Anime Boom West, I ended up staying in someone's hotel room, and you know, I don't take my contact lens solution or case with me when I go places. I should, but it's like, I don't, because I usually assume that I'm gonna come home, even if it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I assume that I'm gonna come home and not go to sleep. But I stayed until 8 a.m. So I slept for like 4 hours, 3 hours with the contacts in. And it's great because the last anime con I went to, I also slept in my fucking contacts for like 3 or 4 hours. So I should know by now and just like prepare, but I don't, and I probably won't. They're so comfortable. That's the thing. I buy EOS brand. It's from South Korea. It is so comfortable that I forget they're even in. The only time I remember that they're in is, 1, when I look at my reflection, or 2, if I fall asleep in them. Because then I wake up, my eyes are dry. And I'm like, why are my eyes dry? Oh, the contacts are still in. But usually, yeah, like I can wear these things for like 24 hours and they don't get itchy or uncomfortable. I tried 2 other brands. I tried 2 Japanese brands of circle lenses, and they were not good. So EOS brand from Korea is the best I've had, and like you can't feel them. They cover dark eyes, because that's a big thing. Some colored contacts don't actually cover up dark eyes. Like you can still see, either they're not vibrant or you can still see the brown eyes. But these cover like, and what I like about that is like, even though you can obviously tell this isn't a real eye color, but it's like you can't tell that it's a contact either. You know what I mean? That's a weird statement to say. You can tell that it's not real, but you can't tell that it's fake either. It gets you confused a little bit. Oh, funny story. I don't know who's still in here listening to this, but when I went to Pride, I wore my harness, so it was literally like, see, usually when I go to like gay shit, like this is what I wear, like stuff that's just like mesh or fishnet or whatever, because I like it. It's comfortable for me. It's like my signature look, I guess. That's what I wear. I like having like see-through shirts. I don't know. But I just wore my harness and nothing else. I had a harness and like silver booty shorts on. And I walked by this group of people, and they're like, I'm confused. I'm like, that's kind of the point. The whole thing with when you identify as being genderqueer, that's kind of the point. It's like you don't want people to be able to read. You don't want people to be able to read you as a particular gender, like on any particular day. And I just thought that was pretty cool. That's like the first time someone audibly heard someone be like, I am so confused. And they're like, did you see that? And I was like walking away and I was like trying to walk slowly. I wanted to hear it. But yeah, that's all I heard. My hearing's terrible, so. And they were on the side where my right ear is like, I don't know, like what the doctor said when they checked my hearing was that like my right ear is like that of someone that is middle-aged instead of being, you know, like I was still young when they told me that. They're like, your right ear is like of someone that's 40. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they're like, well, it means that when you're 40, it'll be like someone that's 60. I'm like, oh. Well, that sounds fun, I guess. So when people are on like this side of me, I can't hear them. Or like, I can hear them, but a lot of times the words, I don't catch words. I'll miss the most important part of a sentence and then I'll just look at you like, what? But yeah, I just thought that was pretty interesting. They're like, I'm confused. And I'm like, did you see that? I'm like, yes, it's a win. But honestly though, it was so confusing about what I had on. Like, clearly I was presenting as male that day. I literally had like the fucking gay symbol, like the fake pride tattoos like you buy on Amazon. Like I literally got a bunch of those. There was like, for $4 I got like 100 fucking temporary pride tattoos. So like I literally had the fucking male like rainbow shit on my neck. So I'm just like, I'm literally presenting very male today. And you're like, I'm confused. No, the funniest thing is when I read my crowd reviews. Like on Reverb Nation, they have this thing where you can do like crowd reviews of your songs. I love how most of my negative comments, the folks that rated me 1 or 2, the reasoning was this. There's 2 funny reasons. The first funny reason was, can't tell if the vocalist is male or female. That's the fucking point, bitch. That's the point. Level up. Second, it sounds creepy. No joke, that was an entire... They rated me on a scale of 1 to 10. They gave me a 1. And the reasoning was, it sounds creepy. So I literally made a joke, because on my stream, when I first started streaming on Twitch, like that's the one thing I did. Like my first 2 streams was literally just me reading my crowd reviews and laughing about them. I should do that again now that I have more followers and more viewers, and you know, I feel like I have a better consistent connection. I feel like it'd be better now. I don't know. Could be entirely wrong, but I might do that again because it was a fun time. Also, it's already been a year, so it's like, if I do the same content again, it doesn't really matter because it's been a year. So, yeah. That was one of my main hate comments, was, it's creepy. I'm like, have you listened to Visual K? Have you listened to a lot of, like, Japanese music? Especially, like, going in the more rock direction? Like, if you're saying that my shit's creepy, then you would probably say that everything Darren Gray ever released is creepy. And again, look who my main inspiration is. It's fucking Darren Gray and TM Evolution. So, like, they've been called creepy for years by people who don't get it. Which is why I have come to my own clap back at hater catchphrase where I say my music is an acquired taste, I am an acquired taste. If you don't like me or you don't like my music, it's about damn time you acquire some fucking taste. I'm usually not this much of a jerk. I apologize. But I've just been through some shit in my life, and like I've dealt with some haters, stalkers, doxers, like all this shit. So when it comes to people trying to bring people down, whether it's for their gender identity or their race or their origin or their culture or their orientation or whatever the fuck, like you're trying to bring someone down, like I will fucking end you. I will end you with words right here and now, because I'm the OG, one of the OG fucking YouTube trolls. But I didn't do it in a bad way. That's what set me, in all my years of trolling, that's what set me apart from everybody else. I literally, my whole thing was just to troll the trolls. Like I just, they say certain things to me, I'm just gonna be like, alright, I'm just gonna be super mega gay then. The best conversation, most surprising conversation I had with a hater recently is two things. One, they have convinced themselves that I'm Filipino. That's fine. That's cool. But also, I don't know how they got that, but okay. And the second thing is the fact that they all think I'm like in my 40s. Even though the math is easy to do, and I was literally 13 when I started on YouTube, and I was interacting with these same people. So add the years onto it, you can figure out how old I am. However, they either can't add, or they're still in that mindset that I was not actually 13. And that's dangerous. That is dangerous. Because, not now, like, it doesn't matter now, but when I was underage and they thought I was not underage, they fucking doxed me, stalked me, all of it. And I'm like, you were literally doxing a minor. Cool. And like half the shit that they supposedly found out wasn't even like, I've been like accused of being like two other people as well, which is even funnier. Because I'm like, what? What? No, but okay. So I just have a very, I don't take anything seriously. Like, even myself, I don't really take myself too seriously anymore. I'm just like, I mean, I have a song called Duality for a reason. I'm literally, like, making fun of all the things about me that is, all the things about me that is of the dual persuasion. So I think we're gonna go back. Let's see. Do you want to record some? Want to record something? Do we want to? I gotta pull up my lyrics because, like I said, I literally just wrote this. It's the same one I was talking about, the 13th song. We just gonna go for it, right? Should I listen to myself? Alright, I'll listen to myself. And what I mean by that is, damn, where the fuck is it? Okay, what I mean by listen to myself is, with this mic, it's like a professional like music recording mic, Audio Technica. So you have the option, you can like plug headphones into the mic, and then like I hear my own feedback. So I can either do it that way to where I can hear myself, or I can just do it regular and then just play it back. I'll have to play it back anyway, of course, but sometimes I feel like I get a better sound when I can hear it, the feedback, but then other times I'm like so self-conscious about how I'm sounding that I don't do as well. So we shall see. And you know I'm not a fucking vocalist, right? I wanted to see if I could be the greatest thing that ever lived. But you were the only thing I had to give. So I give and get nothing in return. I gave you my all, and you watched me as I fall. It was a desolate state of living when I kept on giving. The feelings spread to the end of life, and my life ascend. I wanted to see if I could do everything I wanted to, but you were the only thing I wanted to. So I gave and got nothing in return. I give you my all, even when you watch me as I fall. It is a desolate state of living as I keep on giving. The feeling spread to the end, and I and my life transcend. I needed to see if I could have everything I never had, but you were the only thing I couldn't have. So I give and take nothing in return. I'll give you my all, even if you watch me as I fall. In this desolate state of living, I'll keep on giving. Everything spreads to the end as I and my life descend. So yeah, that's the 13th song. So some of those lines is shit that I wrote when I'm ashamed to even say how young I was, but some of those lines is shit that I wrote when I was 17. And then other lines is stuff I added now to make it all make sense, if that makes sense. So it's just like one of those things where I felt like I had these lyrics from years ago that sounded like they could be something great. Regardless of where my mind was when I wrote them, I was like, fuck that shit, I don't care. I'm just gonna make something great out of it. So that's what I did. And I'd say about half of it. Half of it is written when I was 17, and then like the choruses are written now. And like I would change the order and stuff, you know what I mean? Like I changed maybe the rhyme scheme, maybe I changed how the lyrics were ordered, you know, like whatever. The chronological nature of it all. I did that. But yeah, that's what it is. And I want to play it back. I always like to play back what I've recorded. But I'm probably going to hate it. Because I hate everything I record. The only thing I ever recorded that I didn't hate was Lifeless. Like when I first played back the vocal track of Lifeless, I'm like, damn, I got it on the first try. That is flawless shit, effortless. So that's why I say Lifeless is such a miracle song, because I wrote it in 15 minutes. I recorded it on the first take, and I composed and produced it on the first take. So I finished this shit, it would have been like the equivalent of 3 days. Yeah. And I know the cover art for Lifeless isn't as exciting or intricate or creative as my cover art usually is, but that is also because, once again, Lifeless is supposed to be a minimalist song. It is supposed to be the lyrics speak for everything. It's not supposed to have any frills like with the album art and everything. Like, it's supposed to be basic as shit, so you actually hear me. And ignore the fact that it starts out with the line, sucking dick out back. You don't know my life. And also, it's a chronological song. Lifeless, the first part of it is from 10 years ago. The second part of it is from 5 years ago. The third part of it is from now. So calm down. So I will play back, maybe. But maybe I'll just peace out and be like, I hate this shit. I wanted to see if I could be the greatest thing that ever lived. But you were the only thing I had to give. So I give and get nothing in return. I gave you my all, and you watch me as I fall. Need to pull back a little. It was a desolate state of living. The feeling spread to the end. I had my life again. I wanted to see if I could do everything I wanted. My feedback is I need to pull back a little bit. It's a little loud and pitchy everywhere. But also, realistically, like I just need to pull back because the audio is bad when it's too loud, too close. And second is be more emotional. They feel it more, you know what I mean? I need to feel this fucking shit the same way that I feel fucking Rule 34. What is that chapter 13 deteriorated into? When he says he can feel 34 better than fucking this thing. But for real though, I'm used to performing like Rule 34 and Duality and Best You Ever Had and Pond and Dying to Be Alive and, you know, I feel all those. I need to feel it. So we gonna try again. Oh, I'm gonna switch it back. Even though sometimes I feel like I sound better when I'm not hearing myself. Just because, once again, I don't know. I don't know if it makes me overthink or not. Also, the fact that I have to read the lyrics off my phone probably makes it not sound as good. I'm making up every excuse I got. Come on. Give me a little something here. Wait, I'm gonna stop. Because honestly, I just got the best idea ever. The line where I said, you know I'm not a fucking vocalist, right? I feel like that's a good line to put in this. Like, I feel like it brings it back to center in true Chapter 13 fashion. You know? So let's see. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what that sounds like. You know I'm not a fucking vocalist, right? I wanted to see if I could be the greatest thing that ever lived. But you were the only thing I had to give. So I gave it, get nothing in return. I gave you my all, and you watched me as I fall. It was a desolate state of living, and I kept on giving. The feeling spread to the end, and I and my life a sound. I wanted to see if I could do everything I wanted to. But you were the only thing I wanted to. So I gave and got nothing in return. I gave you my all, even when you watch me as I fall. It is a desolate state of living as I kept on giving. The feeling spread to the end, and I and my life transcend. I needed to see if I could have everything I never had. But you are the only thing I couldn't have. So I give and take nothing in return. I'll give you my all, even if you watch me as I fall. In this desolate state of living, I'll keep on giving. Everything's but to the end as I and my life descend. Na, 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 na. Okay, we will play that back and see how that sounds. I feel like that's gonna sound better. I don't know why. It might not. It might sound like complete and utter shit, just like I always sound. But we're gonna see if it sounds at least a tiny bit better. Now that I'm being consciously aware of my volume levels and shit. Okay. See, I make my best music also when I'm drunk. I recorded Rule 34, Duality, and Femboy World more intoxicated than I'd like to admit. But Lifeless, I was entirely sober. And it's amazing, so. Guess it all just depends. Okay. One moment. Hello? Hey. Alrighty, sorry about that. Why did I just... So yeah, that is what that recording sounds like. So now I'm gonna do it without hearing myself, like with just normal, you know. So I'm gonna see what that sounds like. But also I gotta pull up my lyrics again. Okay. Why am I playing that again? Alright. You know I'm not a fucking vocalist, right? I wanted to see if I could be the greatest thing that ever lived. But you were the only thing I had to give. So I give and get nothing in return. I gave you my all, and you watched me as I fall. It was a desolate state of living, and I kept on giving. The feeling spread to the end, and I and my life ascend. I wanted to see if I could do everything I wanted to, but you were the only one I wanted to. So I gave and got nothing in return. I gave you my all, even when you watch me as I fall. It is a desolate state of living as I kept on giving. The feeling spread to the end, and I and my life transcend. I needed to see if I could have everything I never had, but you are the only thing I couldn't have. So I give and take nothing in return. I'll give you my all, even if you watch me as I fall. In this desolate state of living, I'll keep on giving. Everything spreads to the end as I and my life descend. Na, 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 na. So yeah, let's see what that one sounds like. Ow. So I have like, I don't know, this itchy spot on my hand. And it hurts sometimes. Honestly, I think that's the best one. I don't know what that loud noise was. I can take that out. But yeah, we're gonna finesse it a little bit. See how good we can make it sound. Then I'll probably get off here for tonight because I have to be up at 7 a.m. And it is 1:15. But yeah. I mean, I've been on for An hour and a half already. What is happening? Stop this. Stop this. I hate when they pull up like the advertisements on Acid Studio. It's like, I'm not gonna spend more money. I have everything I need for now. Okay. No. 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 What should I do? Open. With the thing that I just downloaded. Huh? No. There we go. There it is. No, see, that's why I cancel. Fuck. That's why I have to open a new document. I mean, a new... Should be easy to open now, though. Yeah. I don't want to beat map nothing, no. So, we're going to do... Okay. So yeah, that sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna file it away. Gonna file it away. And we're gonna see what I ultimately end up doing with that. But yeah, I'm filing it away for now because I don't know. I mean, yeah. Okay, so that's done. And I am probably going to end the stream now because, like I said, I have to get up early in the morning. And I may or may not be on tomorrow simply because I'm going to be on vacation. So yeah, we shall see about that. Yeah, I don't know what really else to say. I've just been working on stuff. A lot of stuff. So I'm hoping things continue being as good as they've been. That's all I can really hope for, you know? Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. Thank you again to DAEFT_ for the follow. I really appreciate it. Follow all of my social media. It is @Chap13 on everything. Please download, stream my music. It is available anywhere where music is sold. That includes iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, TikTok, Tidal, whatever the fuck. Like, if it has music, my shit's on there. And yeah, I will be filming my first music video on July 28th or 29th. It's gonna be interesting. I'm so excited. I'm super excited. Because I have wanted to film a music video since I was like fucking 15. And it's finally coming true. So I'm super excited. And yeah, I'm just doing the things. Doing all the things. Everything. To get where I need to go. Because I need to be heard and I need to be seen. And like I said in Lifeless, I need that attention to have happiness. Which now makes me want to like perform some freestyle Lifeless. But also, that's just my personality. I actually performed Lifeless, the censored version, and didn't forget any lyrics, so I think I'm ready to do the uncensored version. Take 2. At the club where I perform on Monday nights. I think I'll nail it this time. No pun intended. But yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. As for my story, I will get back on that as well. Like, I'll start writing the 4th chapter once I get back from vacation. And I'm just looking forward to writing chapter 6. Simply because I'll be joking off the whole time. Just kidding. Who am I? You really don't know with me. You were watching a fucking at Chapter 13 stream at 1:24 after Femboy Friday. Am I joking? But chapter 6 in my story is gonna be some hot shit. I'll do my best to keep it as NC-17 as possible, so that I don't get like some kind of fucking X porn rating. But it is what it is. I don't want to censor myself. It'd be best if nobody censored me, but I know it's gonna happen, and I know I'm gonna be banned everywhere. I actually released this thing, they're gonna be like, this can't be sold here. And I'm gonna be like, why not? It's my life. What? My existence is too much for you? I've been told that before. My existence makes you uncomfortable? Get in line, bitch. No, I was, quote, told that. Well, your existence kind of makes certain people uncomfortable. And I'm like, I am here. And I am queer, and I am loud, and I am proud, and I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks about it. I had those days. I had those times when I couldn't be who I really am. I had to hide that shit. I couldn't openly look like this. I had to be a version of myself that basically hid every essential essence of who I am for years. And it's like, nah, I've reached a point. It's just like, this is how I look. This is how I like to present. So, if it makes you uncomfortable, good. Good. If my existence makes you uncomfortable, good. I am glad. Because you deserve to be uncomfortable. See, that's the thing. Like, I am literally the most respectful, kind person you'll ever meet. Like, one of them. But, like, if you do anything against, like, the fact that I exist, then I will turn to the total fucking demon. And that means I get to eat your soul. I mean, I am the demon of Shinjuku after all. But with that said, I'm going to end it here, like, for real. not just saying it, and keeping on talking. Well, who knows, I'll probably say it and then still keep talking for another 10 minutes. However, welcome, I have 3 viewers now instead of 2. I swear I'm not this intense. Like, usually I'm pretty chill. Until you deny my existence, or like say I make you uncomfortable. Then I go like to level 9,000. It's like, oh, you thought mid-afternoon on a Tuesday at Chapter 13 was bad. Well, listen, kitten. I will give you after midnight on a Saturday night at Chapter 13 and see how how uncomfortable I can make you then. How about that? When folks tell me I make them uncomfortable, I take it as a fucking challenge. Because I feel when I was growing up as a little weirdo, fucking femboy kid, I feel like that's what I needed, was someone that was obnoxiously queer. And it's like, I didn't have that. But like, if I did see that ever, it did not look like me. You know what I mean by that. You know what I mean by that. So now, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna be that voice. I'm gonna be that one. And if I can make one person feel that they're not alone, then I've already fucking made it. Because that's how I feel. Like, that's what I care the most about. That's why I continue always being loudly myself. And, you know, I've turned shit down. Like, I have straight up told people no because they tried to change me. And for me, it's never been about, yeah, I want to be famous, obviously. You know, I like attention. I want everyone to know who I am. I want everyone to hear what I have to say. I want everyone to listen to me. But I don't care about money. Like, I don't want to be a part of that demographic that I hate. Like, I don't want to be one of them. I just want to do my thing and be comfortable and be able to help all the folks that have helped me. Like, I always say, like, when I fucking make it, I will take care of you. Like, I will take care of you. And that's like the ultimate. I just want my fucking femboy world. My noun dictatorship. That's what noun doxation is about. It's literally about a world where shit that doesn't matter doesn't fucking matter. And everyone's equal and respected and loved. Because that's all I want. But unfortunately, there's still one fucking demographic that wants to tear us all apart. See, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of my rants that I go on. It's basically tearing down the patriarchy, tearing down cis heteronormative society, tearing down white supremacy, tearing down the bourgeoisie, tearing down the fucking system. I said what I said, and I'll continue to say things, because I know what's up. Yeah. I mean, I don't run a Facebook group called Not Your Model Minority for nothing. Okay? Like, that is my entire mentality. So I'm the one that if other Asians are like, we don't claim this one, then I'm like, fuck you, bitch. You fucking sell out. Because I just say things how they are. And that's all I've ever done. And I've been hated for it. And I've been loved for it. So whichever side you're on, Thank you. I appreciate your existence. And please follow because I am 3 followers away from affiliate. And yeah, so until next time, stay unique. Now I got only 8 minutes till it's like 2 hours, so I might as well just bullshit my way to 2 hours. I've also kind of run out of things to say. Gasp. Like I've literally run out of things to say now. But I just want to get to 2 hours because I'm so freaking close. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I'll be performing at Coast to Coast on August 8th. And I will be performing at another show on August 12th. I can't quite remember what it's called right now. That's sorry about that. But like it literally just happened 2 days ago. So the fact that I can't remember it, please forgive me. It's a forgivable offense. And then I'm trying to get into some more anime conventions. Like as a panelist, as a performer, as a guest, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I just need maximum exposure. Maximum exposure. Which is why I go out all the time. Alright, so I got 5 minutes to just like be random. I don't know why I'm just like posing. That's weird, isn't it? I don't know why every time like I start thinking of one of my songs in my head randomly, it's always duality. And it's like, and why is it always duality? I can't make decisions because I want them both. Daytime, nighttime, I'm talking all the time. Lots of fuss, like getting that. Tisn't big sex, a text, yeah, I'm fine. As for my snap, like I give that information. Stay on my pics, begging for attention. So cute they say, yeah, I know. So freaky they say, know that too. On the knees, tongue out, looking up. Bent over in the window, fill me up. Always ready to take a load, but are you ready to go down my road? Yeah, probably. Honestly, probably. It's like in my mind, that's like what always comes to mind. I actually had someone one time when I was still working at my other job, and I was at the bar that was, you know, the sister restaurant, and someone asked me, well, like, what kind of music do you do? And I told them, and they're like, can you, like, do anything off the top of your head? And I literally just started doing fucking Duality. I'm like, I am literally performing a cappella Duality for this, like, 45-year-old person. And I'm like, okay. But nah, she liked it, so. I mean, hey, that's all that matters. But yeah, it's, like, always in my mind. Which is why even when I did, like, my show mix for LA, I started it with Duality. And that's why I'm doing that one for Coast to Coast, and that's also why I'm doing that one for the other show that I have on the 12th. Because it's a good option, and I can do the best, like, stage presence with it. I mean, obviously, Rule 34, I can do a good stage show that's always gonna catch your attention. Probably turn you on a little bit while I'm at it. However, it's not as appropriate. And what I mean by that, even though Duality is highly sexual, especially that line that I just said at the end there, but it's not offensive. It can be taken as offensive. Whereas Rule 34, I flat out say faggot in it twice. So, people are uncomfortable with that. So, that's why I can only do Rule 34 in specific settings. Other than the Japanese verse. Like, when I did my LA show mix, I still had, like, the ending of Rule 34, I still threw it in at the end, because I could, because it was the part that doesn't have anything offensive in it. No, I think, like, the best thing for me is, like, the end of Duality. The bridge at the end, I think, is what's like, oh yeah, I love this. The whole, once again, it's like, I can make decisions because I want them both. Daytime, nighttime, I'm talking all the time. Can't make up my mind, no I don't need more time. This time, last time, need someone to decide. Say you wanna know what I'm about, want you and you can't get out. Yeah, you wanna know what I'm about, want you and you can't get out. Like, I think that's the part that, like, really, yeah, that's me. But if I had to pick something other than Duality that also is, like, in my mind all the time, it's probably Dying to Be Alive. Just because I have performed Dying to Be Alive so fucking much because it's my safe song. You get what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing explicit in it. It has no swearing in it. It's literally just fucking, you know, it's meaningful, but it's also catchy. So it's my go-to if I'm in an all-ages audience. That way I don't have to censor anything. I don't have to change shit because it's already appropriate. So it's like, mature audiences, I default to Duality. All ages, I default to Dying to Be Alive. And would you look at that, it's been 2 hours and a minute. So I will end this now because I need to go to sleep. Well, you know I ain't gonna go to sleep till like 3. But I need to, like, do stuff other than talk. Because I have to be up at 7 a.m. And I will be on. I want to try maybe tomorrow night, even if it's just an hour. But if not, I will be on Tuesday the 25th. Yeah. Tuesday, July 25th at 11:30 p.m. to midnight, whichever time I actually get on here. And until next time, stay unique, and at Chap 13, out.